Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. So today we are doing a bit of a different question, not one that I think I've ever done before. So this is one that I've been thinking about doing for a while, but I wasn't really sure what it would be like with the cards, and that is, will you be happy with the result? So all I want you to do when you're choosing a pile is think about a particular thing that you're hoping to bring about, or something that you are currently working on. So that could be, for example, a manifestation, it could be a project, it could be a job application, a relationship, you know, an exam that you're working towards, like anything of that nature. And don't worry if it's a bit random or a bit kind of unorthodox, because this is a bit of an unorthodox reading, so I'm not really sure how this will turn out, but I'm interested to find out. So I want to say a big thank you as well to everyone who's donated to the channel recently. Thank you so much for that. I know a lot of you are going through some tough times financially, but I really do appreciate the people who have been able to put a little bit of money into the channel and supporting it and keep watching it grow. Thank you to everyone over on my Patreon page, everyone who's new, everyone who's been there a long time. Thank you so much. And a special shout out to Alex, Alexandra, Kat, Ashley, Jeanette and Kelly, of course, for all of your continued support. Thank you for being a member of the Patreon page, and thank you just to everyone who's been sending me lovely vibes in the comments. It really is lovely to read what you write, lovely to hear about how the readings resonate with you, and yeah, I just love connecting with you guys over in the comments section, so don't hesitate to do that. So let's take a look at the piles today, and like I said, just think of a project or a manifestation or an exam or a relationship or just whatever it is that you're working towards, or that you're hoping to improve or bring about in some way, and we'll see if you're going to be happy with the result of that. And if the answer is no, then we'll look into what you can do to try and improve that. So over on group 1 we have Jocunda, Sykes, and these are chocolate frog cards because a few of you seemed to like these last time. So Jocunda, Sykes, and the Sun and Moon Tarot. And so she is the first witch to ever cross the Atlantic on a broomstick. So she's basically the Amelia Earhart of the wizarding world. So that's group 1. And then group 2 is the very famous Albus Dumbledore. And the Gnome Tarot, because I don't seem to use these an awful lot when I'm not doing pick a gnome readings, so I thought I would use these today. So that's group 2. And then group 3 is Artemisia Lufkin, who was the first witch to ever become Minister for Magic. And we are using the Halloween Tarot with her. So whichever pile or piles you're drawn towards is going to be the one for you, not just the character that you like the look of the most or that you prefer. Choose the one that you feel most intuitively drawn to. Like if you can't stop looking at a particular character or card pile, or if you just feel pulled towards a certain character, that's going to be the most accurate reading for you. And it's fine to choose more than one pile. It's fine to pause the video if you need more time to think or more time to, you know, feel out where you're being drawn. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay, so if you chose group 1 and Jocunda, Sykes and the Sun and Moon Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. I have lowered the camera just a little bit so that we can see more of the mat. So as I said, this is quite a free reading, like it's not something that I've done before, and I'm curious to see what it's going to be like to interpret this reading. So let's see whether you'll be happy with the result of what you're thinking of. Okay, so let's see what our tarot cards have to say first of all. I did notice that Jocunda has been knocked over there. So we've got the Strength card first of all. Then 4 of Pentacles, Power. 8 of Wands, Swiftness. And 7 of Cups, Debauch. Okay, interesting mix of suits that you've got here. And I am seeing Leo energy coming through for this pile. Yeah, what I feel is that this has been a little bit difficult to bring about, or it's been something that's required a lot of hard work, and it might have had a few stops and starts for you. So if, for example, you're talking about a relationship or a project, I feel like it's something where you've had to repeatedly take breaks from it, or if it's like an exam or some other kind of achievement, I feel as though you've a few times been discouraged from this, or you felt like you're just not going to achieve it. So that's what I'm getting, is this sense of stopping and starting and needing to kind of overcome some personal issues with regards to this situation, whether that's self-confidence or health issues even that have been preventing you from getting this done. I just feel like there have been these obstacles that have been in your way, but I do think that you're going to see fast progress towards this once you come out of a period of difficulty. And then the Seven of Cups makes me feel like this could go a few different ways. So I want to see what your oracle cards have to tell you. I'm not necessarily getting a sense of, oh, this is a great thing, or oh, this is a really terrible thing. So your oracle cards will give you some more information, and then of course we will be putting your charms and your dice on top as well. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you stay and get your full reading, because it's not just cards that we use here. Once was innocent, number 28, knowledge means change. Sorry, there's a bit of light on that card there, but that is interesting, because again, I did feel like this has not been like a stable progression for you. So maybe you found out some things along the way in your personal situation that have stopped you from doing this, or you've just gradually become less confident about this. Golden gift, number 24, magical help is on its way, so that is nice. You are going to be given some kind of assistance that may not seem explicable at the time. You may feel like, well, why has this person just come up to me and given me some advice? Or how have I suddenly just started to feel a lot better about this? And that's because the help is not from a human source. So I feel like there's a bit of divine intervention going on here, but of course, because this is a fairy deck, I feel as though a lot of you are going to get some help from the fairy kingdom, whether you've asked for that or not. So then we have garden, number 15. Something lovely will grow from this. Okay, I think that's a nice message for a lot of you, especially if you have been worried about this or just not very confident about this. I feel as though this is going to gradually get better, but there is definitely going to be a period where things change very suddenly. And I'm wondering if that's to do with the golden gift situation, that something just magically seems to improve the situation or your relation towards it, the way that you personally approach it. Number 11, persistent drive. See what you desire and move towards that goal. It's time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. So yeah, there's definitely this encouraging energy coming from the cards, asking you not to delay, not to hold yourself back at all. You're really being encouraged to just go for it here. And I am seeing that this is something that does improve the longer that you keep working towards it. Moonlight, number 51. It's interesting that you're getting a lot of kind of fairy energy coming through from this, and a lot of very natural energy as well in your reading. So moonlight is saying follow your intuition, but I feel like it's also about not allowing anxiety to overcome you, because it's very easy to mix up intuition and what you're intuitively being told with anxiety, which is your fear about what might or might not happen. So I feel like that's also something to be aware of, the difference between anxiety and fear-based thinking and true intuition. So that's something for this group to work on. I definitely get the sense that this group is not always very confident in themselves and could maybe do well with just putting more faith in their own abilities. Then we have Owl Spirit, number 43. You see clearly now. And there's also an owl here. It's a bit difficult to see, but there is an owl there as well, which caught my eye when I looked at that card. So there's this sense of a deeper wisdom that you're going to be tapping into, and you are going to see the truth of this situation. I feel like a lot of you, the way that this gift is going to manifest itself and this kind of sudden forward movement is going to be like an epiphany, you know, especially for those of you who are working towards a particular achievement or goal. But for some of you in relationships as well, I get the sense that you are going to just suddenly think, why have I been doing it like this? You know, this is like a much better way to do it. Or why have I been looking at the situation like this? Or you're going to realize, actually, this is a much more efficient way of studying, or this is a better way of managing my time. And that just changes the whole situation for you. So it does feel like there's a real sudden realization that's like a turning point for you. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. See, I definitely feel as though a lot of you just need to be kinder to yourselves here and have more patience with yourself. Then you have number 33, Daughter Romance. So a lot of you are asking about romantic relationships and the potential behind that. And I feel like what you are asking about does have a lot of potential. And number 24, Adjacent Possibilities. So for a lot of you as well, you're focused on this one particular thing, but there are also other things that you will become aware of, other possibilities that you will become aware of, whether that is related to love, whether that's related to work or achievements. You know, you might have your mind fixed on one specific outcome and then realize, oh, actually, you know, I've been working so hard towards this, but actually I've got this opportunity as well. So that might be the form of the epiphany. So I will get a work affirmation card for those of you who are asking about work or study. And you've actually got two. So communication, first of all, that's important. I am a masterful communicator with the ability to say what I think and feel in a way that doesn't invoke conflict. Watch as I dodge the bullets of sass and snark. Marvel as I avoid the traps of passive aggressiveness and victimhood. Be amazed that even though it's sometimes stressful, I choose to communicate, an act that saves us all from the grips of certain unspoken seething. And you also have lunch. I eat my own food and I let others eat their own food. If there is not a name on the food, but I didn't buy the food, I use my brain to remember that I didn't buy the food, and I assume that someone else, whose name is not my name, bought the food, even though they didn't write my not name on the food. I will also repeat this affirmator very loudly so everyone can benefit from the gentle positivity. And then it says in the asterisk, blatant hint. So I feel actually that this isn't just for those of you who are asking about work and achievements. I feel like it's also for those of you who are asking about relationships. So the key element that's coming through here is communication. And I feel like communication about boundaries is important. Communication about fears and anxieties. You know, if you worry that you're going to end up pushing someone away because you're afraid, or you worry that, you know, you can't cope with, for example, the exam or like something at work because of your own fears and anxieties, I feel like it's important for you to talk about that and ask for some help, or to at least let people know I suffer from the anxiety, or I really have a lot going on in my personal life and it's impacting the way that I'm approaching this work, because I feel as though that's actually going to be helpful for a lot of you. And with this lunch thing, I don't feel like it's just about lunch. I feel as though it's about respect and boundaries in general, and not just assuming that someone would be happy with something, or not just assuming that something is the right way to do something, like maybe with regards to study and work as well. You know, asking for help or pointers from other people, or going up and saying, look, is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I quote you in this, or if I, you know, add your name to this? Rather than just assuming what people would want. Okay, so then we've got the person who has this staff with like this spectral hand coming out of it. And we've also got the girl walking through the darkness where, if you can see, she's got like a cat tail and cat ears, and into the light here. So the way that I interpret these two cards, firstly with this one, I think of subconscious influence, you know, the way that we can influence people without outright saying or doing something towards them. And I also think of manipulation. So that's something to be aware of as well. And this may be referring back to the lunch card, you know, about respecting others and not just assuming that someone would be okay with you doing this, or that someone would be happy for you to say that about them or share this piece of work that they've been working on, you know, being truly open with each other about that. But I also again feel like it's saying just be aware that some people might be willing to take credit from you or might not be giving you the whole truth in a situation. And then with this, I think of not necessarily ambiguity, but like leading two lives in a way. There's the public you and there's the private you, and they can actually be very different. And again, I feel as though some of you are going to have to share a little bit about what you've been going through privately, just in order to make this experience a lot better. I do feel like this is going to work out nicely for you, but what's interesting is that we've got a lot of things coming through about how you can manage that and improve that, when I was expecting to have to ask that separately. Okay, then we have number 39, Erfolg, success. Okay, that's great. So yes, you are definitely going to reach the top of the mountain here. And like I said, this has been hard for you. This has been a difficult kind of uphill struggle. It's not just been your typical project or your typical thing that you've been trying to pull off. So there's a lot of respect that you deserve in this situation, but I do see you pulling this off positively. Okay, let's just get a couple of small cards and then we'll do your charms and dice. Okay, building blocks, number 28. So just gradually making those forward movements. And then, like I said, I do feel like you suddenly get this epiphany, or you suddenly get this breakthrough in the situation, and it stops being this gradual movement. Your affirmation card says explore. I explore new horizons as I follow my passion. Now is the time to move forward. And that was what I was saying with the adjacent possibilities, that I feel there are other avenues that you haven't yet explored or entertained or looked into that will be coming your way soon. So maybe you're applying for a certain job in a company and actually there are some other roles there, or the same role in different companies that you maybe hadn't considered. Or maybe you are working towards a particular exam in order to get a certain job or a certain position. And again, it's saying, you know, there are other things that you maybe haven't looked into, or there are other arguments in this particular field of study that you haven't yet looked at. Surprises, yep. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. So definitely, you know, there are going to be some things that you hadn't thought of, things that you weren't expecting. And I feel again like it's connected to the whole golden gift card that I just keep being drawn back to. And then we've got nechce okouzlit zázraky života. So allow the wonders or the miracles of life to surround you. And that again is just such a beautiful card. I really do feel like there is a lot of possibility coming your way, and that there's a lot of positivity coming your way, group one. And that the most important thing here is being open-minded and being ready to receive all of this beautiful energy. So let's get your charms on top and see what they can tell us. Just a quick disclaimer, if you don't like the sound of the charms, or you don't like you know, how loud they can be, or if you're wearing headphones or anything like that, you might just want to turn it down, turn the volume down a little bit while I shuffle. Okay, so group one, will you be happy with the result? So first of all, I just want to point out the letters that have come out here. We've got a J, an N, and an R. So those could be first names, surnames, place names, company names, random words, just whatever jumps out at you from those letters. We've also got the Three of Cups here, these three dolphins swimming around, and that does indicate that friendships, or at least relationships with others, are going to be helpful in getting through this situation. You're going to need some support from others, or someone's going to give you some advice. Interesting, we've got another two dolphins over here. Although for me, this particular charm indicates a helpful person. So again, just reiterating what I was saying there. We've got the attachment charm there. So again, feeling like there are people involved in the situation. You've got a cross, actually two crosses. So that's all about having faith, knowing that you're being protected as well. I can see that there's some competition for you here. So some of you are worried about maybe someone being tempted to leave a relationship, or going for a certain job, or feeling like the rest of the people on your course just seem to know so much more than you do, or maybe you're trying to win a particular prize or recognition with a project, because I'm seeing that some of you are also, you're getting these creativity symbols here. So some of you are really having to be a little bit ingenious to come up with something new and fresh and exciting to give you that cutting edge, because I am seeing that there is a strong feeling of competitiveness there. Look, there's another creative symbol. But you have got angels watching over you. You've got those beautiful angel wings there. This screwdriver is saying that you can make this more stable for yourself and more of like a certain positive outcome. You're just waiting for the stars to align, waiting for the right moment. And I also get the feeling there of not being dazzled. Like, don't allow other people's supposed greatness or, strong confidence to put you off what you're doing. Just focus on yourself and on what you're doing. Got the worry thread there. Winter charm, that's part of the Father Christmas charm. So winter time is quite important for this situation. Maybe some of you have a deadline then, or that's when the exam is, or that's like the kind of deadline you've given yourself in your mind. Loyalty is also coming up as an issue for some of you here, although some may be born in the year of the dog as well, and that's coming through. But I'm just seeing that loyalty, so maybe you're feeling loyal to a particular company, for example, and that's why it's saying, look, explore new horizons, or you're showing loyalty to your colleagues or your friends. That's coming through here, that people are going to be helping you out, possibly unexpectedly. You've got the finances charm coming through, so some of you are about to come into some money, or you're going to get a promotion or a bonus of some kind. We've got the pine cone there, that's connected to the pineal gland, which is all about connection to the third eye, seeing things clearly, discernment. And again, that brings us back to this moonlight card where we were talking about learning to understand the difference between anxiety and intuition, learning the difference between the two of them. Some of you are also born in the year of the horse, and this charm is also about wanting to rush things. So don't rush yourself with this. Don't just race through your revision or a particular part of a project when actually that could turn out to be quite important. Don't go faster than you need to. We've got the paw print there. Again, that makes me think that you're trying to emulate someone, like you're following in their footsteps. You're trying to be like them in some way. You're trying to prove that you're just as good as this person, or that, you're just as interesting or just as intelligent or just as capable as this person. So there does seem to be this strong element of competitiveness and like justifying yourself for this group. Then we have got this very happy face. So like I said, I do feel like it's going to work out well for you, and you've been given some pointers about how to just make that more certain for yourself and how to improve that situation. And then of course you have this gorgeous Triskelion, which long-time viewers of my channel will know what I'm about to do. Whenever we get this charm coming out in a reading, I pull one of my handmade Manannán mac Lir cards, because this is kind of the calling card or the symbol of the Celtic sea god Manannán mac Lir. It's funny as well that it's landed on this underwater card that you've got. So I'm just going to pull you one of these cards to see what message he has for you, because he's coming out with that charm to say that he has something he wants to tell you. So extra card for group 1. Divine Trickster. Okay, that's a lovely card to get. So basically Manannán is one of those trickster gods, you know, a god who plays tricks on people, who is often disguised in some way. And so I feel like this is saying that there is going to be a point where you feel like you've lost this situation, or you feel like things are just, they've gone too far for you to recover them or to come back from the situation. And then just at the 11th hour, when you think all is lost, suddenly it's all going to spin around. And again, this gives me this feeling of swiftness again with the Eight of Wands. But equally, I feel like this is also saying that the divine is going to come through in disguise. And again, this golden gift that we've been talking about. And of course, Seven of Cups in some way can be like illusion, not seeing things clearly. And so I feel as though someone at your workplace or a friend, for example, is going to come to you and just give you some really good advice, or just say something that makes you think, oh, you know, that's actually a really good point, or that's a really good idea. And they're not going to know that that's what they're doing, because it's actually the divine working through them. So it's super interesting that you are going to be getting this special help from an otherworldly source. So I think that's a lovely message for you, group 1. And now we're going to put your dice on top as well, just to finish up. Okay, so we're rolling the 4th set of dice, which is the Looney Tunes dice. These ones. Okay, that's a 0, so I'm going to roll again. Okay, all 9. I'm rolling all 9 dice for you today, group 1. Okay. Yeah, so I'm aware this video is a little bit longer than it usually would be, but that's fine, because I wanted this video to be a little bit more informal than normal, just because I was thinking that maybe I would have to get some clarifying cards. I would have to ask, you know, okay, it's not going to turn out well based on what's going on now, but how can we improve it? So that's fine with me. It does certainly seem like it's going to be a bit of a ride for you, group 1. Like, it's not going to be a straight trajectory from this point to success. You know, it feels as though there's going to be some bumps along the way, and that's just part of the journey and the learning. So definitely we've got the anvil on the surprises card, so really being hit by something quite unexpected, but in a positive way. And we've also got the person who is just completely flawed, you know, they've gone through the flaw. And that's how I think you are going to feel at one point. You're going to feel like you've lost this, or like you just can't improve the situation. And then you've got the boomerang, all about coming back, or having energy come back to you. Because I do feel, just in general, a lot of you feel like Wile E. Coyote a lot of the time. You feel as though you just can't win, and you just never seem to win at whatever you're doing, or you never seem to do it as good as other people seem to be able to do things. And then we have got Perky Pig, or Pinky Pig, I'm never sure which one it is, who says at the end of every Looney Tunes episode, that's all, folks. And again, I feel like this is related to how you're going to feel like you just need to give up, or like that's as much as you can do in the situation, and then it just completely turns around for you. We've got the catapult there, which to me is all about aiming high or hitting a certain target. Also the rocket, so launching, you know, the strong trajectory. Again, something that happens very quickly, similar to the Eight of Wands card. We've got the wardrobe, which is quite interesting, because to me that's normally about appearances, like changing the way that you look, or increasing your wardrobe in some way. So I'm wondering if that is about not being deceived by appearances, or not comparing the surface of what you know about other people to what you know about yourself. And then finally we've got Granny, and I just feel like that is saying there is someone wise who is going to impart some knowledge to you, or there is someone who cares who is going to give you some special advice, whether they realize that's what they're doing or not, because sometimes people just say something and it just sparks something in your mind that gives you a good idea. So definitely look out for this person, because it feels like this is strongly connected to other people for you, like not only in the competition sense, but also in the advice and support sense. So I hope you enjoyed this group 1. It does look like it's going to work out well for you, and hopefully you can just take what resonates from how you can improve the situation and apply that to what you're going through, what you're working towards, and hopefully that will just, you know, make the outcome all the more certain for you. So I hope you enjoyed this pretty random question. I don't know why I felt called to do this one today, but hopefully it's because some people really needed to hear it. Please let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. Please also like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more. That really helps my channel get seen by more people as well, so you're helping me out as well. And if you would like to support the channel in any way, then I have links in the description as to how you can do that. So you can go over to my Instagram and follow me, where I'm posting daily cards about the daily energies that we're experiencing. You can join my Patreon page and become one of my monthly supporters there, and you get access to exclusive content, and you also get some just other rewards based on what level you're at over on Patreon. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations to the channel. I also have an Amazon wishlist for new decks, new tarot and oracle decks for the channel. If you're feeling super generous and you want to get a new deck, please do check it out, see if there's anything that you really like over there. I love getting little presents. It's a massive surprise whenever I see it waiting for me, and it's just a lovely thing to start using a new deck that someone has very kindly sent me. Thank you to everyone who has donated to the channel. And also over on my Etsy page, I'm offering angel healing sessions at the moment, so if that's something that interests you, then definitely go and check that out. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. Good luck with whatever it is that you're working towards, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care. Hi there group 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose Albus Dumbledore and the Tarot of the Gnomes, then this is for you. So I have just lowered the camera so that we can see more of the mat. So let's see what the cards want to tell you. Okay, so we've got the Emperor there, Imperator. We have got Tuż Czas, the Ace of Cups, and what I like is that it says udowolstwie here, and udowolstwie is like satisfaction, so that's really good to have that there. Then we have umierność, temperance, and also sabożnik, the magician, which in this case is a shoemaker. So I like this. Firstly, I like that you've got 3 out of 4 as major arcana, and also that you've got this lovely Ace of Cups card. So I am seeing Aries and Sagittarius coming through for this group, possibly also the water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And I am feeling like you have a lot of power here, that you have a lot of control over the situation. Whether you're aware of that or not, because, you know, if you're manifesting, you might feel like you don't have control over it and that you're just waiting for the universe to give you something. But I do feel as though you have more control than you realize, and that may come from just the way that you're feeling about it. You know, if you're able to just expect that something is coming into your life, or just, you know, patiently await it while kind of feeling like it's already there, then that is really good. Obviously you've got 2 aces here with the Magician and the Ace of Cups, so that does indicate a new beginning and something that is going to be satisfactory. I feel like for a lot of you it's to do with manifestation, and also like the starting of something new, and this could be related to like exams, job applications, if it's all leading somewhere new for you, or like the beginning of something new. So that's what I'm getting, is that you're actually very powerful in this situation, more so than you realize. And I do feel like this is something that's going to work out positively. Well, let's see what the Oracle cards want to tell us. Okay, so we have number 45, Gatekeeper, Fairy Time, Time Shifts, Dimensional Slips. Okay, that's an interesting card. So I feel like it's connected to the Temperance card here, which is obviously all about patience and waiting for things. And again, I get the feeling that a lot of you are trying to manifest something because we've got this card and it's about, you know, being able to affect the past and the future while you're still in the present. So being able to go back to the past in meditation or in your thoughts or in your energy and just kind of undoing negative things or forgiving things that happened, equally being able to go into the future while you're still here in the present and change things through manifestation, you know, through saying, okay, in the future I have this, or I will be at this point, at this position by this point of my life, you know. And so what this card is all about is saying that we like to see time as a straight line and we're either on one point or further along or further back, but in fact it's not like that. Time is not linear, especially not to the fairy kingdom and other beings that are outside of our understanding of time. So I love that you've got that card. And again, that does tell me again that you're more powerful than you realize here. Then you have Tower, number 3, unplug and relax for a spell. So that's also important. And because you've got the Temperance card, I don't know why I keep being drawn back to that one. It does make me feel that you have put a lot into this and that you just need to be a little bit patient for this to come about for you. Because again, with the Magician being a shoemaker here, this is all about hard work and humility. And I do feel as though you are someone who's very hardworking and that you have put a lot of effort into this. And this is just saying, have patience, take a little bit of step back every now and then, just allow it to come into your life or allow things to work out the way that they're meant to. Okay, then we have Dry Desert in the reverse, number 31. So I will need to read the guidebook for that because I've never actually, I don't think I've ever pulled that card before, or if I have, then I don't remember what it means. So I'll just get you a couple more cards before I do that in case there's another guidebook that I need to read. Owl Spirit, number 43, you see clearly now. And yeah, I do think that you're good visualizers, or that you're very good at seeing what you want and going after it. A lot of people have the problem that they just don't really know what they want. And I don't think that that's the case for you. I think you're someone who knows what you like and know what you don't like. And that's great. That's fine for you. I also feel you're very hardworking. You're very goal-oriented. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some Capricorns in this group, just because I get that strongly hardworking energy and ambitious energy as well. Okay, you've actually got a few of these energy oracle cards. So you have number 19, Rest and Rejuvenation, which is definitely in alignment with what we've already been hearing. So take care of your mind and body. Then we have number 31, Door to Value. So some of you manifesting a new job, material success, new status, new position, etc. And number 45, Man Holding a Heart. So some of you manifesting new relationships or closer relationships with a particular person, for example, or just in general, like you want to get closer to people or you want to have more meaningful relationships, and that's great as well. But yes, I like that we've got this card when we've also got that Tower card there. So let me look at this Dry Desert in the reverse and see what it has to say, because I feel like when it comes upright, it's not the best card to receive because it indicates that it's not the best situation for you, but maybe in the reverse it's different. Okay, so it says the subject of your inquiry cannot give you anything right now, as it is barren. So no matter how beautiful and seductive the shimmering glow of a mirage is, this is an illusion. When the Dry Desert card is reversed, it is a warning not to be hypnotized into thinking that you will achieve your desire. This well is empty. Consider the gift here, though. Know that while this is not the right place, person, or circumstance for you at the moment, it means that something much better, more fulfilling, and life-sustaining is coming. Celebrate the warning and be grateful. And I feel like this is more in connection with this You See Clearly Now card, that you know exactly what you want and you're able to determine what holds opportunity for you and what doesn't, because I definitely don't think that it's saying you're not going to get what you want in this instance, because I can see that you are manifesting and that you are growing close to bringing something towards you and that you're being very patient with that. And I can see that you're able to affect things kind of subconsciously. Like, you don't have to do an awful lot actively in order to bring this into your life. It's more like to do with your mindset, to do with your meditation, to do with your energy levels, etc. And so this, I think, is saying just that you are acutely aware of the things that you're not going to be able to achieve, or the things that are not right for you. Like, you just have that feeling of, actually, if I apply for this job, I probably won't get it, or if I apply for it, I probably won't enjoy it. Or you have this acute feeling of, this person seems interested in me, but for some reason I don't trust them. You know, I think you have quite a strong intuition and a very strong discernment. So let's get some more cards. I think it's likely as well that a lot of you have had to overcome failure in the past, or deep disappointment. Maybe this is you pulling yourself up from this dry desert situation where you just haven't had the love, or you haven't had the money, or, you know, the status or the wealth that you wanted. So show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So don't try to be a different person in order to bring about what you want. Don't feel like you need to change who you are fundamentally in order to get what you want. Then you have luck. Okay, so this is your work affirmation card. Good fortune is about to smile on you, so get your cosmic camera ready and prepare to capture the moment. This luck might come in the form of something small, like a miraculous parking space or permission to choose the lunch order, or it might rain down as something more significant, like a new position in your dream career with double the salary and triple the benefits, or a new co-worker who ends up being your BFF or true love. Okay, I love this. I love this. At the very least, maybe you'll come across a candy dish with something good in it. P.S. Look beneath the banana runts. Okay, so luck is coming your way, but I feel like it's not luck, honestly, because you've got these cards to open your reading about you being in control, you being in charge. I honestly believe that this is about the fact that your energy has changed, or the fact that your energy and your subconscious are now allowing these opportunities to come towards you. You've been in this situation where you haven't had anything for quite some time. You've been in this situation of lack, and now these things are starting to come towards you. And I feel like meditation has been playing a part for a lot of you as well, because both of these people seem to be quite deep in meditation. Okay, so then we have got it's kind of like a wolf fox creature who is hunting down this person. So a role reversal in many ways. And then we've also got the dragon who is snaking through all of these books here. So what I get from this card normally is just tenacity, like someone who is just determined to get what they want by any means. And I kind of feel like this is this, but in a positive sense. Like, you're just so determined to get the life that you want, or you're so devoted towards this particular goal or relationship or position. But I feel like you're not asking group 2 about, you know, how will this relationship that I'm currently in work out. I feel it's more like, am I going to be able to bring the person that I want into my life, or am I going to be able to manifest a satisfying job, or, you know, more money? And I think the answer is yes. And then also with this dragon card, I mean, some of you might be born in the year of the dragon, and that's a little hint for you. But I feel it's more about the way that everything you've experienced in the past has helped you and is still, you know, connected to you in some way. Like, this was your story a long time ago, but it still influences you. It's still a part of that. And I feel like you're someone who in many ways is humble, because even if you got to be incredibly rich and incredibly successful, I don't think you would ever forget the hardships that you've been through, or the times when you did struggle. And I don't think that you would be one of these people who would look down on people who were in like a more difficult position financially because you know what it's like to be there, or you know what it's like to be hopelessly in love with someone who doesn't feel the same way, and so you don't think, oh, what a stupid person for, you know, being so upset about that guy who was awful to them. You're someone who has a lot of compassion, and it's because of what you've experienced. Your experiences have made you so much richer as a person. So then we have number 2, Vergeltung, which is all about retribution or revenge. You know, that energy that you get into when you think, well, if you'd helped me, then this wouldn't have happened. Or if you'd been nicer to me, then we would have had a better relationship. You know, where you start to blame other people for the way that things turned out. And again, I feel like it's something that you're overcoming, or it is at least a message about what not to do in order to improve yourself. You know, if you are trying to manifest a romantic relationship, as we see here, then I think it's best to try and put the past behind you as much as you can. The past difficult relationships or heartbreaks, etc. If you are trying to manifest a new position at work, or hoping to ace a job interview or an exam, or whatever, then I think it's important that you don't dwell on times when you haven't been successful in the past, or that you don't dwell on, oh, what will I do if I don't get this job? I need the money, or I really want the position. You know, try not to focus on that. Try and just focus on the positives, and onwards and upwards, I think, is going to be your motto. Group 2, onwards and upwards. Ooh. Okay, you've got a few affirmation cards. So we've got nurture. I open my arms and wrap around those that need nurturing, starting with myself. And we've definitely got these cards about just taking care of yourself physically and mentally. Trust. I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan. And yeah, like I was saying, don't get caught up in he said, she said, or blaming or guilt or anything like that. And then we have attraction. I attract a loving, happy, fulfilling relationship into my life. And you can replace relationship with job, or, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or that you're trying to improve or increase in your life. But I do feel like some of you are manifesting relationships, because obviously we've got this card. So let's just get a couple more tiny cards, and then we'll do your charms and dice, group 2. Clean it up, number 21. Again, yes, I feel like that's related partly to the past and the way that you think about the past, the way that you talk to yourself in your head, you know, the way that you frame situations. I feel like it's just saying try and stay positive, try and stay in that prime law of attraction energy. Reconnect. That's your Whispering Woods card. Secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. Interesting. And one more card. Žij svou pravdu. Live your truth. And that's very important as well. Okay, so with this reconnect card, I'm not sure if it's specifically about getting in touch with people from the past, because I feel like these opportunities are all very new. You know, I don't think this is an ex or someone that you had a crush on years ago coming back into your life. I feel like it's a new person, or it's a new opportunity, or whatever. So this reconnect, I think, is just related again to living your truth, to trusting and nurturing yourself, to this relaxation, this rest, getting enough sleep, you know, all of those kinds of things. So I think it's about reconnecting to yourself rather than reconnecting with other people, if that makes sense. So group 2, let's get your charms on top and then your dice. And just a quick message before I do start shuffling the charms: if you don't like the sound of them, they can be a bit loud. You might just want to turn down the volume, especially if you've got headphones on, that might be a little bit loud. So just always try and remember to say that before I start shuffling. So group 2, are you going to be happy with the result? Okay, nice. You've got a key. So that does indicate that you are going to find a positive solution to a situation. You've also got the crown, and of course you've got the emperor, and the crown is all about being in control and you giving yourself permission to make important decisions and not to be swayed by other people's preferences or what other people would think about you if you were to choose this or do this. You know, it's important to be yourself. You've also got Father Christmas and this snowflake, so that's 2 winter symbols. So I feel as though there is going to be progress or the answer to what you're doing in the winter time for you. You've got the helmet, and again, this makes me feel like the things you've been through in the past, because I really don't think you've had an easy time of it just in life in general, group 2. The things you've been through in the past have made you a lot stronger and they've made you more resilient. You've also got the little divine feminine charm there. So you may be feminine energy, and of course the feminine energy is all about receptivity and attraction rather than hunting something down viciously. We've got the worry thread there. I do get the feeling that some of you are worried that you just won't get what you're looking for. You have also got travel, adventure, exploration. This person who's excited to see you here. Some of you may be born in the year of the dog as well. So I think there's some excitement coming your way, definitely, and this sense of new beginnings, setting sail. You've also got the older woman here, the mature woman. So this could be about you if you are the feminine, referring to you being mature and sensible in this situation. Could be talking about someone who might be there to give you some help or to give you some support. You also have the just married charm, which is interesting. I'm wondering if some of you are trying to manifest a really serious relationship because you want to get married and have children. You know, that might be on your radar for some of you, because we do have the baby boy down here as well. Now, sometimes this refers to someone who's a bit childish or someone who's behaving maybe a little bit immaturely or in a way that's not very well thought out. But I feel like it's just saying that you are drawing on elements of your childhood as well, especially because it landed on this card about the past kind of all being connected with us, and that could be what Reconnect is about as well, you know, really getting back to your roots as a person. So I think that's curious, but I do think it's also related to how some of you are hoping to have that long-term relationship that leads to marriage and children. So let's do your dice as well to finish up your reading, group 2. Okay, and we're rolling the second set of dice for you. These ones. And I'm going to roll 5 of them for you. Okay. Okay, so we have got the moon there, and that to me is all about dreaming, intuition, possibly visualization as well, because when I think of the moon, I think of dreams and I think of illusions and things like that. So I do feel as though on a psychic level and on an intuitive level, you're very much switched on and you're very powerful with regards to that. So if you are trying to manifest, then that's definitely a very good message there. We've got the learner sign, and I feel like, again, that's just saying you are constantly learning. Even if you feel like you're hitting a brick wall, it's there to teach you something, or it is going to teach you something about life or contribute to you as a person. So always try and see things in a positive light. We've got the apple there that just makes me think of health and happiness. The light bulb, maybe finding a very good idea or just, you know, hitting an epiphany of some kind. And then we also have this this tent here, which makes me think of community and having people around you who support you. Maybe also reconnecting to your roots in like an ancestral sense. So I do feel this is going to work out well for you, group 2. I think you've got some good pointers here about what to do just to improve the chances of that, but I see there being these good things coming your way that you are manifesting or you are hoping to bring into your life. And it does seem very positive for you. So I think you can expect an upturn in your luck or a positive shift of fortune sooner or later, probably in the winter time is what I'm seeing, because that's what we've got from the charms, and if you're watching this when I'm posting, all of this is a timeless reading, then winter should be coming up very soon for you in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. So I hope this was helpful, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like this video if you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment because I love to know how this resonated with you, and I love to just connect with you in the comments. I do try to reply to all of you, or at least react to your comments so you know that I've read it. Do consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video as well and you haven't subscribed already. It really helps my channel out when you do that. It helps me get seen by more people, as does liking the video. And if you'd like to show your support for the channel in any way, then I have links in the description box to help you do that. So you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want to get daily cards about that day's energy from me. You can also become a member of my Patreon page, where you will get access to exclusive content, and you also get rewards every month based upon what level you are at over on Patreon. I have a PayPal link for tips and donations to help me keep doing these videos and help me keep running the channel. And I've got an Amazon wishlist for new tarot and oracle decks as well. If you're feeling very generous and you would like to get something new for the channel, then thank you so much for checking that out. Thank you to everyone who has donated, because it really does mean an awful lot to me, and people have been so kind to me since I started this channel. There's been a lot of support and a lot of love shown to me, which I really didn't expect when I first started this channel back in January. So I'm so grateful to have come into contact with so many of you and had such lovely kind words and shows of support from all of you. And I am still offering angel healing sessions over on my Etsy page as well. If that's something that interests you, then definitely go and check that out. But yeah, thank you for watching, group 2. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I wish you all the best of luck with whatever it is that you are trying to manifest or work towards. And I will see you again soon. Bye bye. Take care. Hi there, group 3. If you chose Artemisia Lufkin and the Halloween Tarot, then this is your reading. So let's take a look and see what the cards want to tell you. It's been an interesting video so far. So like I said, I wasn't sure exactly what this kind of reading would be like, but it's been very interesting. The first 2 piles were quite different to each other. So group 3. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Ghosts there, which is the Ace of Cups. We've also got Ace of Pumpkins, so Ace of Pentacles. Nice that you have 2 aces side by side. Then you have 2 of Ghosts, so 2 of Cups, and Page of Bats, which is the Page of Swords. So I am seeing Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, but there is possibly also the water signs and the earth signs here as well. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So what I'm seeing is that some of you are trying to manifest a new relationship and or something positive in the realm of finance or career, possibly education. Because I kind of lump those in together, like career and education is the same thing for me when it comes to tarot. So I am seeing positivity here. I am seeing you finding a relationship, or it could be to do with friendships, you know, or improving an existing relationship. I feel like that's going to go well for you. I feel as though you're also going to be getting opportunities in relation to your career or your education or better financial prospects. Then we have the Page of Bats, which is interesting because this normally indicates someone who is very enthusiastic for what they're doing, but they can sometimes put their foot in their mouth sometimes, or they can say something that doesn't help them out. You know, this Page of Bats character is the epitome of someone who speaks before they think. So that's possibly showing up as an issue of how you might negatively affect this, but I want to see what the Oracle cards have to say, just to see if they give us a different perspective. But I love that you've got Ace of Ghosts and Ace of Pumpkins, because that's just such a lovely sense of new beginnings and prosperity and abundance. Ace of Bats could also indicate someone, sorry, not Ace of Bats, the Page of Bats could indicate someone who is getting in your way. somehow, you know, maybe someone who's interfering with a relationship, or someone who is like not the best co-worker at work, someone who's annoying or a little bit abrasive sometimes. So you have number 42, Dragon's Pet. Communication between species, animals, pets, magical companions, and guardianship. And you also have number 44, The Secret Path, an irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, mystical traditions. So I definitely sense that you're being pulled towards something in particular, and it's like you can't stop wanting this thing, or you can't stop being drawn to this thing, you know, even if it's like, for example, a really high-class career or even a dream of being famous or something like that. You just can't seem to let go of it. So the dragon's pet is curious. Some of you are born in the year of the dragon. Some of you are just very close to the animal kingdom. For others, this is more to do with like an animal totem or a spirit guide. So you are invoking, for example, a fairy or a dragon or a mer creature or something else to help you just in your day-to-day life. And then, yeah, I just get the sense of being really drawn to something, not being able to turn back, like feeling as though something is destined for you. Okay, then we've got wings, number 8. You never needed those wings to fly. And then we also have sword, number 7, make the change. And gold, number 36, you don't need someone else to fix you. Okay, so curious that we've got a sword card when the page of bats in traditional tarot would be the page of swords. You know, maybe it's you who's making these bold changes, or who isn't afraid to say what you really think. I feel like some of you as well have been holding on to the wrong person for a long time, or you've been waiting for someone to just change your life, and now you've realized actually you're the only person that has the power to do that. You know, you can't just sit around waiting like the damsel, waiting for someone to rescue you, when actually that wouldn't give you the fulfillment that you think it would. So this girl has freed herself from the tower, you know, she's flying high, she's flying happy, and that in turn will also make her freer to find someone who is on the same level as her. And also, of course, much more attractive romantically, because she's so much more confident and she's so much more happy. Number 27, home. That's nice. So I get the sense of feeling comfortable with what you're doing, feeling happy with what you're doing. I do think this is going to have a very positive effect for you here. I feel as well that this is different situations for quite a lot of people. Like, I'm not getting a strong sense of exactly what this is, whereas in group 2 I was pretty sure that they were trying to manifest something. In group 1 it was more like they were working on something. But here I feel as though you're just, it's almost like a holistic change. You just want your entire life to change, or you just want things to really improve, but you maybe don't have a certain idea in mind. So that might be why I'm not getting like such a strong suggestion of what exactly it is that you're hoping for. "31, Groundhog Spirit, time to let go." Again, I feel like this is about changing your mindset and changing the way that you approach certain situations. Like, if you have been waiting for a partner to improve your life or save you from something difficult, or, you know, just change things completely, or you think that if you get a certain job or you pass a certain exam you'll magically feel better about yourself, or you'll magically feel like your life is just massively improved. It might be true that a good job or a great grade or a wonderful relationship would make you feel better, but it wouldn't attack the core problem, which would be your self-esteem or past issues that have caused you to doubt yourself. And so that's something that you need to discover by yourself. Number 6, contract. Yes, some of you will be signing contracts. That could be moving into a new house. It could be a business partnership or a new job, signing up to a new course, etc. Some of you hoping to get accepted onto postgraduate courses. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Yes, definitely. I think there's a lot of change coming your way, group 3. And the main thing that these cards are advising you to do is just be open. You know, I feel like it's saying don't limit yourself to any particular path. Don't feel like things can only change in a certain way. You know, be open to the different methods and the different paths that you might be pulled down. I feel like a lot of you are on a spiritual journey, but also like a journey in general. Like, I feel like this is a time of great change for you. So some of you are at quite pivotal moments in your life where you are, for example, going away to university, or you're starting on the property ladder or on the job ladder, or you are moving far away from what you've always known, or you've become mothers, or you are just starting down a different path relationship wise. It feels like that turning point for a lot of you, and there's going to be a lot of freshness, a lot of new beginnings. My group 3s usually seem to be like the most complicated group, or the most interesting group in many ways. So here we've got process. No matter what I'm writing, designing, making, planning, or otherwise out of thin air pulling, I surrender to the process part of the process. I realize that nothing is perfect at first, except maybe a baby otter, and I welcome the messy imperfections of my process with open arms. Messiness is proof that I trust myself, so let's ignore the dirty coffee cups and donut shrapnel on my desk, okay? So recognizing that you are in a process is important here, recognizing that things aren't going to improve or change overnight, that it's a gradual thing here, and you have to trust yourself. You also have the card drive. No matter what my energy level is, today I'm lighting my motivational furnace and burning with drive. Starting now, I'm the reigning badass of productivity, and I'm about to blaze through my entire to-do list and then some. Item 1, procure badass of productivity crown. And also challenge. You actually got 3 of these cards. When a big challenge lands on my plate, I relish the stimulation and growth that it brings. It's tempting to be daunted, but I'd rather stretch myself and prove I can pull off the almost impossible, because it's way more fun to be a total boss than a total baby. Relish. Okay, so I feel like this is a lot about bigging yourself up. We've definitely got this need to feel more encouraged, or to feel more ready for this. You know, I think a lot of you have been put down a lot in your past, or made to feel like you weren't as good as other people, or that you didn't work as hard as other people, or you weren't as good looking as other people, and you've realized that now it's important to take matters into your own hands, and that you are in many ways the engineer of your own destiny. Exactly. You are the chosen one here. And again, we've got this crown indicating that you are this important person with all of this power and decision-making power, all of this control, etc. So I see this as the person being held out, saying, you're the chosen one, you know, you're the one who's going to do this. So you're the person who's been determined as being worthy of doing this. So I feel like more than anything, you're really going to surprise yourself, group 3, in a positive way with what you can achieve. And I feel like you're really changing as a person, and definitely getting rid of these, because this is a victim card, something that's holding you back. And it is number 4, Werturteile, value judgments, the judgments that you place on yourself, the way that you talk about yourself, the way that you describe yourself to others, or just in your own mind, you know, the way that you kind of behave towards yourself. Like, if you get annoyed with yourself when you do something wrong, or you really judge yourself very harshly, would you be the same if that was your friend that we're talking about? If your friend made a silly mistake, or if your friend didn't quite achieve her full potential one time, would you be really angry with her and tell her, oh, you complete idiot, you've really messed up this opportunity, and you know, you've wasted all your time because you're so lazy and you don't put enough effort in, and you know, all of those things that you might say to yourself? Would you say that to your friend? You know, I think you've got to start being a better friend to yourself, group 3, and that will see a lot of change coming through for you. Peace. I create peace, prosperity, and joy in my life. Just going to get you a few more tiny cards, and then we will do your charms and dice. Cleanse, wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glade. Not for you, number 6. And finally, rozhodni se dnes. Decide today. Okay, interesting. So with this card coming out, it makes me feel like you often write things off before you even go for them. You know, you decide that, oh, I wouldn't get that job, so I'm not going to apply for it. Or there's no way that person would want to go out with me, so I'm not going to ask them. You know, that's the kind of energy that I get from you. And it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's just because of the way that you have grown to talk to yourself or grown to think about yourself due to past experiences. And I think maybe some of you by nature are a little bit more on the quiet side or on the shy side a little bit. And so this is really a journey of discovery for you. And I do feel like whatever it is that you're working towards or hoping to manifest is going to bring you a lot of freedom and a lot of change. And I think it's going to be positive, but it's also going to be surprising. I think it is going to be more powerful than you expected. It's going to be more liberating or going to bring more change than you expected into your life. And you're just going to naturally grow into someone who cares about themselves a lot more, who puts a lot more faith in themselves, who recognizes their own worth an awful lot more, and doesn't feel the need to justify their decisions to other people either, because that's another message that I'm getting for this group, is that you often describe what you're doing or say something that you like, and then you feel like you need to add an explanation of that, like, oh yeah, I like tarot, and you know, I might not believe everything about it, but just I really like, you know, the fact that it's artistic and all of this. You feel like you need to explain things to people in case they judge you negatively, or, you know, before they've even said, oh really, or asked you a question about it, you feel like you need to answer that question. You kind of preempt it before it even comes. So that's something I would advise dialing back a little bit on. That's something the cards are saying, look, you don't need to justify yourself to others. You don't need to worry about what others might or might not think, because other people might surprise you as well with the way that they think towards you. So just that little message before I go into the charms, group 3. And also, if you don't like the sound of the charms, or if you have the volume turned up loud or are wearing headphones, maybe just turn it down before I shuffle, because they can be a little bit loud sometimes. So group 3, are you going to be happy with the result? Okay, so I noticed that this one came out while I was shuffling, and that's the French charm, but it's also a charm about romance. So I feel like some of you are hoping to manifest a loving relationship or to bring more romance and love into your life. But some of you might have a connection to France with either yourself or with your project that you're hoping to bring about. I can see this winter symbol here coming through. So winter, maybe when things start to change for you, or when this does in fact happen for you. I'm also seeing all these worry threads wrapped around the wasp, and the wasp is this symbol of pain or hurt or feeling like you've been stung. So I do feel like that's something you're carrying from your past, like you're carrying old words of criticism or hurt around with you, and you're allowing it to keep stinging you repeatedly, like it's in a cycle of stinging. And this has been something that's been building for a while. This fiery climax that's coming, this massive change, has been bubbling away, maybe unnoticed for quite some time, and it's going to come as like quite a surprise, I think, at the same time, because even though you've maybe felt unsettled for a while, you haven't exactly known why, and you're going to be shedding a lot of these old ways and old opinions and beliefs about yourself. Group 3, there's going to be this change, this cleanse coming. It's like you're going to be shedding off an old skin and being a new person, because I can see this unicorn as well, which makes me think of purity, starting afresh, starting something new. And this is something that has been trying to get your attention for some time, something you've been wanting for a long time. Some of you may also be born in the year of the dog or the year of the horse, because I'm seeing that coming through. Also the year of the dragon coming through as well. And the dragon is saying that this is a very significant time for you. It's going to be very important. When you look back on your life, you're going to think, yeah, that was a real turning point for me. You're also seeing the situation much more clearly as you move forward. It's going to bring a lot of healthy change for you. And you've also got 2 love hearts there. So love may be coming into your life if that's what you're trying to manifest. But I feel as well it's just like greater love towards yourself, as well as any romantic love or improved friendships that you're hoping to bring. It's also going to bring this greater love for yourself. You have charming, which is the Libra charm. So some of you may be Libras. Pegasus there is here to tell you that there's healing coming your way, and also some form of divine intervention as well. You are going to see things from a higher perspective, seeing how things fit into the bigger picture for you. And I feel like for some of you, there's going to be a helpful person here, whether that is a friend, a careers advisor, a family member, a lover. You know, someone's going to give you that little boost that really helps you along your way. You've got the cactus, which is all about survival mode. I think some of you have been shut up in the home for a long time, and it's left you feeling almost worried about participating in just regular social events or daily life. You know, you're worried about getting back into the hustle and bustle. Some of you have been shut away just deliberately because you want to get away from all of that. Got another worry thread there, and also this charm which points to England, or at least the United Kingdom for me, so that might also be a connection for some of you. And then we have yoga and meditation, so needing to take care of yourself on that mindful level. That's going to be helpful as well, to give you more confidence and more of that push through, because I'm seeing a lot of things that are saying how you can improve the situation and make it more likely that you have the outcome that you want. And part of that is about knowing that you are bigger than this lifetime. We've got that infinity symbol there. You are more than what you've experienced in this lifetime. You are more than this incarnation and, you know, who you think you are now. You are this great collection of many other lifetimes, many other incarnations, which when put all together make you this great divine being. So I think that seeing that would also help you to just rise above this situation. There's also this decision that needs to be made, and I feel partly that this isn't about should I apply for this job or not, or, you know, should I ask this person out or not. I think it's more about, should I commit to being the best possible version of myself or not? That's what I think the decision is about. It's much bigger, it's much more holistic than that. So that's what I'm seeing. So let's get your dice on top as well to finish up group 3. Okay, we're rolling the second set of dice. It's also the one I rolled for group 2. These ones. And I'm rolling 5, and that's also the number that I rolled for group 2, so that's interesting. Okay, so I'm seeing divine timing straight away as a message there, everything working out in the right time. And I do get this feeling that you're just not happy with your life as it is, or maybe not happy just with yourself for whatever reason. I feel like you're really seeking something deeper or seeking something more fulfilling. And I do think you're going to find it. You know, you're overcoming these personal demons. And again, it's this dragon imagery, but here the dragon is more like a spectral figure. It's more like a demon or something that is less physical than this dragon, for example. So this one makes me think more of like battling something or overcoming a fear even, because it's more like the shadow of the dragon than the actual being itself. And then we've got the bridging the gap, you know, talking to more people, overcoming this obstacle, which is the river separating you from your goal, I really do feel like you are going to achieve what you want, and that it's going to give you a deeper satisfaction than you thought it would, group 3. But these are just the things coming out to help you get there, or to help you even get there more quickly. It's just to put more faith in yourself, let go possibly of people or mindsets that are holding you back, choose to think more positively about yourself, see all the lovely imagery that we've got here today, and know that you have helpers as well that aren't in this realm. You seem to have a lot of help from the dragons, at least, and the dragons are fire elementals, so that could be something you resonate with. There's definitely a lot of dragon imagery coming through for you, so that might be something you want to embody as well, as to kind of picture yourself as a dragon, or to see yourself having this dragon spirit, or asking dragons to fill you with this fire or this strength or this majesty that they have, because that could be helpful in moving forward as well, and in improving your confidence. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. I do think it's going to work out well. Thank you so much for watching. Please do leave me a comment and let me know how this resonated with you. I do try to reply to all of your comments, and also I just love reading them anyway. It's just really nice to hear how it resonates with so many different situations. That's what I really like about doing this job. Please do like this video as well, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it really does help my channel get seen by more people, so it helps me out as well. If you'd like to support the channel or show your support for the channel in some way, then I have links in the description box to help you do that. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram if that's something you would like to do. I'm posting daily cards to reflect the daily energies that I'm sensing each day. I also have my PayPal link for tips and donations to the channel, which helps me to keep this running and keep me doing these videos. And I have a tarot and oracle wish list over on Amazon, so thank you so much to everyone who's donated, everyone who's been kind enough to leave a tip or to actually go ahead and buy a deck for the channel. That's been really lovely for everyone who's been so kind and generous enough to do that. I'm also offering angel healing sessions over on Etsy if that's something that interests you. Go and check that out. And I have my Patreon page as always, where you can get exclusive content and monthly rewards in return for supporting the channel. So there's really lots of options as to get more involved or to help me continue making these videos. So if any of that resonates with you or jumps out at you, then feel free to go ahead. If not, don't worry, it's completely optional. But I just have to remember to say it at the end of each video, because a lot of people are like, do you offer this, or is there a way that I can donate to the channel? And it's all in the description box, but I feel like a lot of people don't click on that a lot of the time, so I need to just remind them of what's in there. So thank you again so much for watching, group 3. Have a lovely rest of your day. Good luck with whatever it is that you're working towards or hoping to bring into your life, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye, take care.